Hi, Yesenia. I wanted to leave you some feedback on Essay 4. So, I I think that you have done a pretty good job talking about some of the concerns that Twinge notes in her paper. Um, And one of the things that I like about what you've done here is you've kept Twinge's voice in the paper from the beginning, the middle, and the end. Uh, and I think that that was a good way to handle what's going on with with uh, with this paper, which was to have Twinge as your starting point, and then bring in other sources to have a conversation with them. I also like that it looks like you've done some outside research on Twinge as well. So that's one of the things that I like the most about the paper. Uh, there are quite a few claims in the essay that don't have evidence for support. So you want to make sure that anytime you bring in a claim, that you make sure that you have the evidence to support it, right? Um, I think that in your opening paragraphs, there are good ideas, but I'd like you to read through here and think about how you could organize these paragraphs in a more clear fashion. So, for example, the ideas in this paragraph seem to bounce around quite a bit, in that um, you talk about the rise in social media, then you begin to talk about smartphone addiction, and then you talk about what people do with smartphones. And these seem like three very different topics. Um, and then towards the end, you talk about both positive and negative effects. And that seems like a completely different paragraph. So just pay attention to including too many ideas in a single paragraph. I'm not sure that I caught your thesis either. Um, so I I know that you want to talk about the issues with smartphones, but as I said before, I had a hard time distinguishing where your thesis was. It's clear from the paper that you want to talk about, like I said, the issues of smartphones on teens, but a clear and distinguishable thesis that states a problem and a solution is needed. Um, and speaking of the solution, I think that the solution itself is interesting. I wish that there was sources to support the solution, and more of a discussion there. I think that that could help strengthen it quite a bit. Your works cited page looks pretty good. Looks pretty professional. Be certain to italicize the titles of journals and the titles of magazines, right? So the articles are always in quotation marks, but the titles of the longer works, like the Atlantic, that's the title of the magazine. The Journal of Youth and Adolescence, that's the title of the scholarly journal. Those are the things that you want italicized. All right. Thanks.